This is the Shawn Yankey Show.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack.
This episode of the Shawn Yankey Show is being brought to you by the support of viewers like me. We realize the importance of independent media and truth in this time of mass deceit and propaganda. We have decided to fight for and support it to keep it alive. You can help us in this fight for truth. Contribute at patreon.com/Shawn Yankey. Thanks for coming to the show. It'll begin soon.
Hey everybody, get in here. It is time for the Shawn Yankey Show. I am Shawn. This is the Shawn Yankey Show. So you are in the right place at the right time, no matter where you're at. We're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And wherever you are, please interact with the show. Because what this is a live interactive discussion show. We have a discussion based around the comment section. No matter what we're talking about, and I've got a few things picked out to get into with you tonight. No matter what we are talking about, it's always interactive. So it always goes around the comment section. So really, I never really know where this is going to go. It's a surprise to even me. But welcome to the show. And we only have one rule here, and that is if you're new, you have to comment. You have to say hi and let us know you're here. So let me say hi to everybody and get us going, get the conversation started. Joan got first. Hey, Joan. Lolly's here. Helen the Felon. Hey, Lee. Aaron's here. Hey, Sky. Tony Smith's in the house. How you doing, man? You're blocked? Man, they always shutting you down. They got to shut you down. You spread too much truth. That's what you do wrong. You know that? Keep doing it. Don't ever stop. Get 55 profiles. Be like the silent truther. And just... Aaron got some gear? What? Man. Moving on up. You know what? He's talking about, I think, is a t-shirt from our store. We have a merchandise store. Fantastic. And there are about 9 original t-shirts that you can get from the Shawn Yankey Show. Very nice. And the link is in the description on every platform to the store. Or you can become a patron on Patreon, or you can support us many other ways. I'd appreciate it. Any support to the show at all is appreciated. Jeremy wants to know who the special guest is tonight. Well, tonight, you are stuck with me. I had a little bit of a scheduling snafu, so I don't have a guest for you this week because I accidentally double booked next week. Then I got myself in trouble with that. I'm trying to straighten it all out. You know what I need to do is get my calendar closer to me. It's all the way over there, and I can't see it. It needs to be on my desk. I need a bigger desk. You ever seen Top Fan's desk? Paul, my partner on the Morning Yank, his desk wraps all the way around him. I need one of those. I need like a world here. I just don't have enough room. Anyways, I messed up. I'm your guest tonight. Aaron's getting ready. Hey, Heath. Ron, good to see you. Hey, Roseanne. Maybe a family member. Jeremy, is that you? Is that my brother, Jeremy? That would be pretty awesome. And if so, get in touch with me. I haven't talked to you in forever. But let's see. I got some stuff that I want to get into tonight and talk about with you guys. A few news stories and different things that I want to kick around with y'all. But Ron says that he shared a Johnny Cash video on the flag earlier. I'm going to have to check that out. I love Johnny. Johnny Cash is awesome. Most of us are shadow banned. Most of the people in this room, the names that I see here, they are truthers, every one of them. And you guys, I know, all deal with it. Matter of fact, Helen the Felon is banned from Facebook, cannot be on Facebook, is stuck on YouTube. That's where she dwells now. She holds down YouTube now because she can't have a Facebook account. Jeremy says, search your feelings. You know it to be true. I know it to be true. I'm like 98% sure that's my brother. But let's see. First thing I wanted to talk to y'all about and get the conversation going, see what you think, is Minneapolis has decided, the city council voted, and they decided to settle with George Floyd's family. They're going to get $27 million from the city of Minneapolis. $27 million payout. I don't know what they were going for in court. I'm not sure, but the city decided that they needed to go ahead and settle. And the family is getting a $27 million payout. So I wanted to see what y'all thought about that. As you know, the the officer on trial for the murder of George Floyd, they don't even know that they're going to be able to get a conviction. Matter of fact, they're talking about a lesser sentence so that they can get a conviction, so that he doesn't get off, because they don't think they can get what they were going for. And they want to knock it down a little bit. But we think, and we're talking about the other day, that this is going to cause a shitstorm basically this summer. You know, this is all brewing to a climax. But what do you think this $27 million payoff does to that? What does that do you think? Anything? Do you think the media talks about this at all? That this affects the public perception of the George Floyd incident at all? Because, you know, only 38% of people actually even believe that George Floyd was murdered. You know, a large percentage don't believe he's dead at all. And an even larger percentage believe that he died of other causes, specifically a drug overdose. Yeah, free Helen the Felon. Let Helen come back to Facebook and hang out with us. We all miss her. But if you want to see her, you just get over there to YouTube and hang out with her. We're on the sister channel on YouTube. We can't be on our main channel because we're in trouble. We're on 2 strikes. And I'm in the process of moving all of our videos, by the way. I'm moving every one of our videos over to Gab TV. And when I get them all moved, then we won't have to worry about it anymore. But this is going to be the new home of the videos. I'm going to put the link in the description or the comments of everywhere we're at right now. Check this out. This is where our videos are going to hub out of now. I'm going to get them all over there so they'll be secure, and because they don't censor and they don't take anything down or anything like that. It's a free speech platform, Gab. So I think they're safe there, and they have their own servers. So until we can hub out of the website itself, which is our ultimate goal, to stream directly to the ShawnYankeyShow.com, until we get there, until we get enough support to reach that level, we're going to hub out of Gab TV. So check that out. And yes, I can see you, Tony. And let me say hi to Robert and Ruth that have come in since we started. But what do y'all think about this $27 million? Ron says, here's $27 million. Now shut up and go away money. Of course, that's what it is. But that's not what's going to happen. That's not what they'll do. You know, at the very least, it's $27 million to save face in the public space. That's what it is. They're just trying to buy $27 million worth of PR with the city of Minneapolis. But why are you doing that when only 38% of people even believe that George Floyd was murdered? You know what I mean? I would think you would need a majority of people to believe that the police murdered him in order to justify a $27 million payout. But Aaron asks, where's all the media riot coverage? Global news about standing up against this tyrannical global agenda. They use key media only to manipulate us. There is no such thing as honest journalism. Matter of fact, the most shining example we have currently of a real journalist is sitting in a prison cell awaiting extradition to the United States for journalism. Isn't that awesome? Jones says that people are already yelling for the family to donate some of that payout to rebuild the destroyed city. I'm sure they will too. Wink, wink. I bet they can't wait. So who can't see them? What? Are we having some kind of technical problems? Are we having a dumpster fire? While I wait to find out about our dumpster fire situation, let's talk about Julian Assange for just a little bit, just because it came up and shit, we should bring this up once per episode. There's a few topics we really should talk about as often as we possibly can. This is one. This is something that we, the people, are directly responsible for. Everything that happens to him is our fault and our responsibility. We need to take personal ownership of this. People don't like that, but we have to, because nobody's coming to save Julian Assange. We have to do it with public outrage and support. Can't let this happen. It's already too much has gone on with this. Cannot let this man be persecuted. Cannot let this man be taken down. We cannot stand for this. You know, we need to have public outpouring of support in a huge, monumental way to save this man. We need to start organizing it. You know, if that's what it takes as leaders, let's do it. Let's be the leaders. Let's get this done. Let's make sure that those in power understand that we, the people, do not support the persecution of Julian Assange and will not stand for it. That's the most important thing. Make sure they know that we will not stand for it. We need to start reminding them on as many issues as we possibly can that they work for us, not the other way around. They forget that. And this is against the public interest directly and is a direct attack at our freedoms and liberties. We must protect and defend the truth. And we must stand up for Julian Assange. If we allow him to be persecuted for journalism, we can't expect for there to ever be any. Nobody can see Tony? What? Tony's here, I assure you. I saw him. I'm going to prove it. Oh. Nope, there he is. Tony Smith. I can see you, Tony. So anything that you say, I can put up on the screen. I see you. So don't worry about it. If the other people can't see you, you comment away. And if I see something, I'll put it up there. Rose says Tony's blocked. Blocked from here or blocked from Facebook? We didn't block them. Yeah, Lolly had to do a hard shutdown on Facebook. Facebook's fucking the feed, I guess. I don't know. That was an unnecessary F-bomb. It was your fault, Lolly. You had that F-bomb in your comment. Lisa says, protests start again tomorrow in Louisville for Breonna Taylor here in Kentucky. Speaking of, the Kentucky Senate passed a bill to criminalize protesters who insult police. How do y'all feel about this? So it is now illegal to insult police officers in Kentucky at a protest. I'm not okay with this. And it has nothing to do with pro-police or anything like that. It has to do with speech. Free speech. I don't think that's okay. Insult? No, that's not all right. My opinion. I'd love to hear yours, though. Please tell me what you think. But it's now illegal to insult police officers in Kentucky. Aaron says they took the oath so they can take the criticism. I believe you just cannot do that. You can't silence people. And then what defines an insult? So that gives an officer basically a blanket ability to prosecute you because he feels insulted. See what I mean? Like, where's the line? What? No, I don't like it. Oh, absolutely. 100% politicians are against public interest. They work directly against us. But thing is, they're supposed to work for us. See what I'm saying? We do this, not them. Fuck them. We do this. We do this with public outcry. And get out of Kentucky, Ron says. You know what? Yeah. And it doesn't even look like you're going to get a chance at better leadership after McConnell, because he's handpicking his selector, or his successor selector. Dude, I had a Gab comment. Speaking of my fucked up grammar, I had a Gab comment because I said supposedly so or something like that. I don't know what I did. I said something. I made up a word, supposedly. I think that was what it was. I made up the word supposedly, and somebody made fun of me about it. It's going to get a lot worse, sir. Lolly said the feed ended and it went to playing yesterday's show. That is weird, Facebook fuckery. That is new. I wish Zuckerbuck was here to speak for himself. Why hasn't Zuckerbuck been coming around? Hey, speaking of, did we get kicked on YouTube? Is anybody still here on YouTube? Right, Lee? I feel the same way. I don't like this. You know, I'm not saying that I think it's great to stand in front of a cop and call him every name in the book. I'm saying that that's not against the law. That's what I'm saying. It is you. How are you? Dude, don't tempt me, because you can be the guest. You know, if you want to be the guest, I'd love to have you on, have a conversation. Everybody could meet you. That'd be cool. I know it's you now, because let me just give a little backstory, since now I'm positive that's my brother. That is my brother from my mother's second marriage. So we're half brothers, and I wouldn't see him very often, you know, only in the summers and at Christmas. And then when I moved here, I lived there for a little while, and then I moved out on my own, and then I would come, you know, every once in a while over to Mom's house, and we would play Madden. We would sit, because we're like 11 years apart. But we always had that in common. We always loved playing Madden, and we would hang out. And so I have a lot of memories of playing Madden with my brother. I know that's who that is. So right on, Jeremy. I'm glad to see you, man. I hope everything's going good. So we're still up on YouTube. Okay, cool. Cool. I just noticed that all the YouTube comments dried up, and I was like, maybe we got kicked. I didn't think I brought up something I couldn't bring up anymore. Lolly says 2 shot, 1 dead in Minneapolis. Huh. Yeah, Heath, that would probably be illegal in Kentucky now. Yeah, come on, Jeremy. Come on the show. That would be cool. Who won? I'd say the games were about 60-40. And I'll give you the 60. But I won too. I did pretty good. I can hold my own. I would give you a slight edge, though. What is that? What is clear lungs? Is that how I can sound even butterier? Butterier? Which probably isn't a word either. Pretty sure it's not. 90-10. Oh, come on. We can get down right now. Come on, we can play some Madden. We'll settle this once and for all. I don't even have a PlayStation anymore, though. So you'd have to host the contest. But I'm ready. I'm ready. You give me one practice game, 5-minute quarters, and we can get down. And I don't know. You know, you're going to have to give me. I did. Hey, Marie. I love that. I need to make a shirt for the store, VIPeeps, you know, and then put out a 50% discount on it. I found out that I can do something like that. So I'm going to come up with something special, like a free shipping or something. I don't know. Something I can give you guys. Aaron says clear lungs keep smokers' cough and any respiratory away. Right on. No, we don't. I kept a lot of words from Kentucky. I grew up in Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky from age 6 to age 18. And I kept y'all. And I say wash. I put an R in wash, which I think belongs there. I think it sounds better than wash. Wash is better. That is a really good look. We're getting sidetracked. We'll get back on. This happens every time I'm the damn guest. Madden is awesome. It's a fun game. It really is. I haven't been into video games in a really long time, though. Jeremy says he doesn't think y'all are ready for him. Doesn't think you can handle it. Jones says that I'd fit in Pennsylvania. They got a language all their own. Did I say Minneapolis? I thought I said Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Now you're gonna give me a complex, Lee. I've been, you know what else I've been doing? Babels makes fun of me because I do scales. Because I'm trying to work on my voice a little bit to get into voice acting and doing voiceover work. I've also been doing tongue twisters. I've been doing tongue twisters to practice and warm up. I don't know that it's helping because apparently I'm still butchering words, but yeah, Tracy, he can't handle us. He doesn't know what he's in for is what it is. He's afraid. He's scared. Don't be scared. Can't be scared. Won't be scared. Don't ever be scared. I want to tell y'all about something that I was kind of blown away by. Somebody shared this, and it made me want to look into it. I was really surprised to find that it was real. This kind of amazed me. So I'm going to show you this really quick. I'm going to take you over and give you a look at this and let you see it. Hold on, let me fix that. All right. This is something that I saw somebody share. It was about a 100-mile border zone, constitutional border zone, 100 miles in from the coast, from the outer border. Inside of this zone, which 2/3 of all people live in this zone, inside of this zone, you don't have any rights. They can do any kind of warrantless stops, searches, seizures, anything they want inside of this zone. And it's real. This is from the ACLU site. Know your rights. I was really surprised by that. You know, you see something on a meme or shared on Facebook and you're like, nah, it's probably not real. This is real. That amazed me. And 2/3 of all people live in this zone. It's very interesting. What other loopholes exist? Legal loopholes. Lee says, I've got my rights and I'm not letting anyone give them away in my name. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Seriously, do you want to come on? I can send you a link and you can come on. You can be the guest tonight and we can reminisce. But yeah, I remember that. I did a bit once. I had just bought a pair of black Nike Air Maxes and it was open mic at a comedy club. And hold on, I got distracted by something. So it was open mic at a comedy club. I had just bought these new shoes. It was a predominantly black crowd. And I noticed as they were coming in. So I decided out of the blue that I was going to pretend that I got jacked in the bathroom, that I got my shoes stolen by a white guy. I thought that would be funny. So I took my shoes off and went up on stage without just my socks and did this bit off the top of my head, and it killed. And it never worked ever again. I was never able to recreate that bit or make it work ever again. But I just reversed all the stereotypes and used it against white people. It was a funny bit. Brett says it's about illegal immigrants. I don't give a shit what it's for, Brent. It's real. And it can be applied to everyone. And I'll look here, go read this for yourself. This is from the ACLU. And you can see how this can be used against you as well. So a little more, challenge. You can go inform yourself and find out how this this thing that, yes, is predominantly used against illegal immigrants for searches and seizures and shit like that, and stops and warrantless stops and shit like that, can be used on everybody, was the point. Just because they're not coming at your particular group at the moment doesn't mean that they won't get around to you. Jeremy spoke in class today. Come on, man. Don't be scared. No, you don't have to. I shouldn't pressure someone that's just watching and having fun. There is something going on in England, Britain, Great Britain. I don't know what you're supposed to say anymore, how you're actually supposed to refer to them, but there is COVID testing going on in schools, and they're trying to make it mandatory. And they are branding parents that are refusing this testing selfish. The schools are calling the parents selfish. And they are still requiring all of the restrictions and lockdowns that are actually a lot more extreme there than they are here. But this is crazy. Testing them at school? You're at school to learn. It's not a doctor's office. Why would you be getting tested? I don't like that at all. Ron says it's called the Patriot Act and they can deem anyone a terrorist. You sure can. Marie says the kingdom countries are whacked. Oh, I wasn't saying anything here nor there about them, just that I don't think that we're global. The agenda that rules over us is global. I think they try out shit different places and test the waters. You know, like I think they perfect a lot of their surveillance and monitoring and that in China and are mastering that there, and then see what we'll deal with in places like Australia, Great Britain, things like that. It's my theory. That's my opinion. This was crazy. This is something else I want to show you. This is nuts. Let me switch back over so you can see what I'm seeing. Zuckerberg says that Facebook is building a machine that can read your thoughts. How do you feel about this? People will line up for this shit. That's what's scary about it. That's what's really, really frightening about the whole thing. Can you imagine clicking yes on this user agreement? Like, fuck it, it's going to be so cool, man. I can meme from my brain. Yeah. What kind of things you think they'll be sending into your brain? That's one thing I don't hear people talk about very much. I hear people say a lot of things about what they'll be able to have access to and the things that they'll be able to learn about you and the information that they'll gather. But what do you think they'll put in? Why wouldn't they put stuff in? Why wouldn't they manipulate and fuck with you? They had access to your brain. Can you believe this is even something people would entertain? This is something they're begging for, though. They would love this shit. And Zuckerbuck's wanting to deliver, you know. What do y'all think about that? Facebooking with your mind. It's insanity. This is true. Jeremy's right. There is a monkey that Elon Musk has in his laboratories that can play video games. No shit. With a mental microchip. We can, Lee. We can. So we could write in a secret language that the younger people wouldn't be able to read because they don't teach that here anymore in schools. Dude, I love Mad TV. Again, we are off topic and off subject, but I love Mad TV. That is funny. I think it's way better. And I haven't watched either in years, so I'm not saying anything about recent. Way better than Saturday Night Live. Mad TV is hilarious. The older Mad TV. Because I know absolutely nothing. I don't even know if it's still on TV. Joan says with the ads that she gets sometimes, she already thinks they read our thoughts. They're just listening to everything you say. Everything. Lisa asked if we have a topic. No, I had some stories picked out, but, you know, on Fridays, we usually have a guest. And like I said, I had a scheduling snafu and it kind of things fell through. And I didn't really have an agenda for tonight. So I just picked out some things I wanted to show you, talk about with you, and I figured we'd hang out. I'm kind of the guest. So no, there's really not a topic. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so cool. I can stream my favorite songs directly to my brain. What else is going in there? What are you being programmed with? You ever wonder? Like, no, they won't even think about that shit. Jeremy says free range, shoot from the hip. That's real. It's what the people want. That's what I should give them. No, that's what we're doing. There's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is funny. Alex Jones is in trouble again. Apparently, allegedly, he threatened to throw a Trump rally organizer off the stage. And I believe this shit. I just do. Like, I believe it. I don't know how you can look at Alex and not believe this story. It's just believable. Yeah, I totally buy this. But yeah, he's in trouble again. Alex Jones is back in the news for all the wrong reasons. I think he did this. I'm totally believing it. I'm convinced. And then the last thing that I picked out to talk about with you guys is Cuomo. Governor Cuomo is now facing his 7th sexual harassment accusation. And look, I just wanted to show you this. I hope I still have it up. I think I fucking accidentally closed it. I don't have it. He got photographed. He was walking around New York City in a blanket, like on his cell phone. He's so fucking done. It makes me wonder why, though. Like, whenever they sell out one of their own, So he's part of the big club that we're all not in. So what's going to happen with him? You know, he'll end up with some kind of lobbying job probably, or a CNN TV job. But yeah, they're replacing him. What did he do though? You know, that's what makes me wonder. Why would they sell him out? How did he lose his worth to the establishment? Rightly, I totally see Alex doing this. I absolutely do. Matter of fact, there was a incident way back with TYT and Alex Jones where he did some shit and tried to start a fight with Sink, but that could have been totally staged. I always felt that it was, but Alex just seems the type to threaten somebody, at least to say it. Like, I'll throw you right off this fucking stage. At least to say it, I believe it. Well, see, look, Cuomo acted the way he acted because they all fucking do. They all act that way. They all act like they rule and own people and can treat them however they want. He's just being sold out now and being exposed. Yeah, a lot of people are asking for his resignation too. It's not just Schumer. Oh, hold on. No, I'm sorry. Something caught my attention. But it's not just Schumer. It's a lot of different people throwing him under the bus. It's kind of making me wonder. Hey, Carrie. Good to see you. Joan says Yang can get the UBI started out. Yang only ran for president to get UBI into the public forefront, to bring that to the top of people's minds, get them familiar with UBI. Jeremy wants to know if I've researched Bohemian Grove. Yes, and I've included it in a few videos. We talked about it a few times. And that's something that Alex Jones was the first to get video footage of, is the cremation of care, the ceremony that they do there at Bohemian Grove to Moloch. Alex Jones got video footage of that. But yes, we have talked about Bohemian Grove here. I think you would like this show, Jeremy. You should come back and check it out. We're on every weekday. Thanks for giving me the opportunity, at 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And then come back tomorrow night, Saturday night. I edit up highlights from every day of the week, and we watch it, and I host it, and I break in from time to time. We hang out. I hang out in the comment section with you. It's a lot of fun. It's called the Week in Review, but that's what we do here every week. Then we have a morning show on Tuesdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, the Morning Yank. You can check all that out. You will love it. Or you can check out our channel on Gab TV. I'm going to give you all that link one more time, and then I'll stop my commercial. I just want you to go over to Gab TV and check out our videos, and that's going to be where they're at now until I can hub them all out of the website. Hey, Diane. Melissa says hope porn, that people will get something different by getting rid of Cuomo. You know, just making him their sacrificial lamb. I get it. It makes sense. So they're canceling all kinds of stuff. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. This cancel culture. You know, like Disney is getting rid of Dumbo and Peter Pan, and I thought I saw something about Sleeping Beauty. They got a problem with that now, or did they already cancel Sleeping Beauty? Now, they're a private company, and they can do whatever they want with their intellectual property. I just don't like it. I don't like these things being eliminated or erased. They are what they are. And they're getting rid of the aristocrats. Come on. You're going to end up having to get rid of absolutely everything. You know, you want to talk about well, this offends this group and this offends that group and this is offensive to me. And one guy's offended by this, and then eventually you can't have anything. We took Elmer Fudd's damn gun away. I don't even know what he's doing now. What is he doing when he's in the woods? What did they make him? A conservation agent? I don't understand. I don't understand why we have to try and erase everything. And you know why I don't? Because I don't understand that mentality. We're not like that. Those that gather here, those of us in this room, we don't look at things that way. But what in the fuck are these people thinking? What do they think they'll be left with after they whitewash everything? What kind of future is that? What do they think that's going to do to art and literature and all of these things in history? To ignore history is to doom yourself to repeat it. So you need these things. It's important to know that growth took place and evolution of society took place, and documentation of that is important, I think, whether it's of a positive thing or a negative thing. And I'm just against it. And I'm not for it at all. Like I don't see taking that out of rotation of playing it on TV or anything like that. And then to circle back to something earlier that has similar, sets of circumstances. At least it has to do with speech. The Senate in Kentucky, this is a big step. We've talked about over and over again how your local and state governments are actually a lot more influential and important to you and affect your life more than the national government. At the national level, it doesn't really affect you. It's the local and state that you really need to pay attention to. So this is monumental. Other states will follow suit with this protesting or making it illegal to insult police and furthering the police state and the power and authority of the police and chipping away from the power of the people and your ability to express yourself. And it all ties in together. It may seem unconnected, but they're not. It's all part of this cancel culture. And they're using the same justifications to get rid of all of it and just eliminate your freedoms of expression. And look, I have a t-shirt for you, Ron. I'm offended that you're offended. Your offense offends me deeply. So I made a t-shirt commemorating that, and you can get your very own from the Shawn Yankey Show store and tell everybody that you're offended that they're offended. It's our newest t-shirt. See? Lee says, so children can decide what sex they are and even get hormone therapy and such, but can't watch Dr. Seuss? They can make complicated life decisions that will affect them for the rest of their lives, but they can't discern information. They can't hear something and process it and think for themselves. Oh, yeah. You can't read Dr. Seuss because that may fuck with your head, but you can play Grand Theft Auto, carjack somebody, curb stomp them, pick up a hooker, and then set her on fire so you don't have to pay her. But God forbid that you read a Dr. Seuss book with a little bit of anti-Semitism in it or sit through Dumbo. That could fuck you up for life. Diane says Cartoon Network is absolutely atrocious. Yeah, look at what exists and then what they're eliminating. It's weird. It's not weird. There's an agenda to it. If you really look at it, you can see it clear as day. Just like that example Lisa was giving with how you can do Grand Theft Auto, but you can't have these other things. They want to encourage violence and detachment and all of these traits. They want those. That's why a Grand Theft Auto game is really good, because it desensitizes you. Dude, that reminds me. The other day on the Morning Yank, we were talking about how we are censored to shit. We can barely even stream anywhere anymore. But you can have a channel on YouTube about putting things inside of your butt. It's called What's in My Butt. It's huge on YouTube right now. And it's a real thing. And it is completely fine. And it's disgusting as it sounds. It's real. And little kids can watch that all day long. But God forbid they ever see me mention that 9/11 was an inside job. That's dangerous. What's wrong with Bambi, Joan? What's wrong with Bambi? Huh? You can't kill somebody's mom in the first 30 seconds of a movie? What you going to tell me? What's next? What else can't you do? Ron, the cartoons, some of these cartoons, man, are just so perverted. You're just in your face about it. Like they'll say shit on SpongeBob that is overtly sexual. And they're encouraging this shit. It's an agenda. That just like Lee's example about how a child can choose their own sex and think about things like that at a young age when you shouldn't be considering anything like that yet. Even if you're straight and what? Anyways, but you can't think for yourself. So I forgot where I was going because it's so fucked up. I cannot believe that this is something we're realistically talking about right now, is children having the right to sex change operations and things like this. You can't even get a fucking tattoo under 18 years of age because it's a lifelong decision, something you'll be stuck with. You're going to let them change their gender, take hormone replacement therapy and all of this? We don't allow them to drink. Can't buy a drink. Can't even buy a pack of cigarettes. But you can change your gender? Our fucking priorities are all screwed up. Old Yeller dies? Man, spoiler alert. You got to say spoiler alert. I was getting ready to watch Old Yeller. Now, if you ain't seen Old Yeller yet, you need to get around to it. Aw, Ron, you would look good in that shirt. And then everybody would know that you're offended, that they're offended. Freaking clever. What's wrong with Winnie the Pooh? What? Man, you're going to have to get rid of everything. Speaking of Paul, there is a new segment from our morning show, The Morning Yank, where you can ask Paul any advice you need. Anything you want to know, any question that you may have about anything, doesn't matter. It's called Ask Paul, and Paul will give a very detailed answer. He is my sensei and life coach. Very, very smart guy. He's SMRT. He will answer anything you want. Just write him at P.O. Box 162, Middletown, Missouri, 63359, and ask him anything you want, and we'll read it and ask Paul on the show on Tuesday mornings on the Morning Yank. And I just wanted to remind people about that. I want to get that segment going. You know, I actually want to get mail. And I'm about to renew the post office box for the show. We've only ever gotten one thing. We got one thing one time. I thought we would get all kinds of stuff. I thought people would dig it. I would love to see like postcards from where you're at, different things like that, anything. But yeah, we have a post office box. Just something extra that I thought people would be into. But yeah, that's something I thought would be nice, is a segment where we ask Paul anything. And I want to keep stressing absolutely anything. Oh, shit. You're right. Frosty is white. And the whole thing right now is being less white. Damn it. What if we pee on Frosty and he's yellow snow? Oh, Jones says it's because of animal cruelty and Bambi's mother is real meat. We only talk about lab-grown meat anymore. Damn it. All right. Well, I am out of news stories to talk about. We're going to cancel Scrooge. He is grumpy. We can't have that shit. You got to be positive. But thanks for watching, guys, and hanging out and spending the night with me tonight. Next week, we do have a guest for you. Next week, Gerard Kenyette Hayes coming on the show. And we will be back Monday night with Hindsight News and kick off another week. But come tomorrow night, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Weekend Review. So come back for that and we'll hang out. I'll see you then. Or come to the watch party in about 10, 15 minutes on my timeline and hang out with us. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you later.